Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey everybody, how we doing? Thank you, Pharaoh. Said sponsor scams are crazy. Buy my kids dinner and etc. So I wanted to mainly talk to the lionesses, the young ones, the young single ones. Okay. Young single lionesses. You might be in your teens, your 20s. And it is increasingly difficult to make your presence known so that you can be found and courted and married. Okay. Difficult. Even single lionesses, late 20s, early 30s. Difficult. The first thing is lionesses, there's no space. Society no longer has space for good women. Good women don't have spaces to be. We don't have a lot of options to go to places where people mingle or where men are to be found. Now, for the most part, men know where lionesses are. Men know where they are. Men know exactly where good women are and lionesses are at, because they know where they're not. I'm going to share something with you.
Yeah, something, man. The reason it's hard to find a good woman is because a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. It's simply put, like, a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. That's why you don't see them in the club half naked, sweated out in the summertime. That's why you don't see them on a podcast or on TV somewhere talking about, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah. That ain't no good woman. That woman for the streets.
I agree.
When you run across a good woman, it was luck. You happen to stumble across a good woman. You better try to get her and keep her. It ain't that many of them. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. The reason it's hard to find a good woman is because a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. It's simply put, like, a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. That's why you don't see them in the club half naked, sweated out in the summertime. That's why you don't see them on a podcast or on TV somewhere talk about, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah. That ain't no good woman. That woman for the streets.
I agree.
When you run across a good woman, it was luck. You happen to stumble across a good woman. You better try to get her and keep her. It ain't that many of them. I'm going to tell y'all something.
Girls are not outside, they're at home, laying down in bed, eating a snack, watching Criminal Minds or Grey's Anatomy, scrolling on TikTok and sending memes to their two best friends. They're not outside, my boy. They're at home. All the good girls are not outside, they're at home, laying down in bed, eating a snack, watching Criminal Minds or Grey's Anatomy, scrolling on TikTok and sending memes to their two best friends. They're not outside, my boy. They're at home. All the good.
Now, with that being said, we may be wondering, well, if the lionesses are staying in the house, how do we get to them? There's not a lot of space in society now for lionesses. We don't have a lot of space anymore. The space was taken up by hoes. The spaces where we would have gone, hoes are at those spaces. And a lioness can't show up there without being labeled a whore or assumed to be one because she happened to be at a certain place. Lionesses are at laundromats. Lionesses are in supermarkets. Lionesses are in Marshalls, Ross's, and Home Goods, looking at throw pillows, trying to decide if that new granola that is on the food shelf randomly at a Marshalls is worth it because it has chocolate in it. Okay. She's doing a good job at work. She's doing an excellent job at work. She's at work all the time. She's at work. Whether it's in the office or homework, she's at work. She's at Panera getting a half a tuna sandwich and an iced coffee. She's at Starbucks getting an iced coffee. She's at Home Depot trying to either get something for a garden nursery, or she's been watching YouTube videos on how to make her own headboard. So now she's at Home Depot, not quite sure what to do, but she's looking for plywood and a staple gun now. She's milling around Walmart and Target because we like to go to stores. Whether we buy stuff or not, we like being in a store, just milling around. She's picking up stuff. She's looking at it. She's at these places. She's at Michael's and Hobby Lobby because she thought of a new sewing project, a new painting project. She's somewhere trying to figure out how she can buy a new laptop. We go outside. The problem is that we go to places where the men aren't. How many men are in Michael's that he not married? How many men are at the laundromat? Single men. Single men gonna go to the laundromat and drop the laundry off to get the laundry done, or he took it to the dry cleaners. He's not staying there to see the fact that out of all them women that come in there, you can tell who's the hyenas and not by what they washing. and how they came in there to wash it. How were they dressed to come to we're at the gym. Lionesses are at the gym, but we've got sweats on. Yeah. We're at the gym, but we got a sweatshirt on. And if we do have leggings, we've got like a long t-shirt or a long shirt over it. We certainly not the ones with the leggings that separate the booty cheeks and taking a booty pic for Instagram. That's not what we're doing. But we are in the gym. We're in the gym working out is what we're doing. We've got our little buds in our ears. And we've come in the gym with our little drinky drink. And we are lifting heavy weights. Yeah. And we smile and we say hi, but we are not super talkative. Single lionesses, you might want to be a little bit more friendly. I'm not all that friendly, right? But I don't need a lot of men talking to me. I'm not trying to get the attention. You might want to be a little bit more friendly, because you're trying to get the attention. Okay. That is where the lionesses are. The only places that I named that the men might actually be is the gym, and they might go to Home Depot. That's where the lionesses are at. If you want to know where the lionesses be going, that's where we be at. Because we would venture out to other places, but we don't have space anymore. What do I mean by that? We can't be on dating apps, because who's on the dating app? Ruining the experience, but a bunch of hoes. Selling coochie on the dating app. Crazy profiles on the dating app. Too many hoes on the dating app. So a lioness get on a dating app, she got to compete with booty shots and Instagram filters, and she got to compete with that. And she can't compete with it. She can't. She have to show up like that to compete like that, and she don't want to. Right? So the lionesses can't be on the dating app. Where we going? We can't show up on the Pop the Balloon show, and it's been some lionesses on that show. I don't do a lot of reviews for that show. Once and again when it's something real viral come out. But I have watched some of them episodes, and there are lionesses on them episodes. Not all of them. But it be lionesses on them episodes. And they're very quiet. You know, they answering questions and they talking and stuff. But, you know, they ain't got no BBL. A lot of times they get passed up. It be lionesses going on Kendra G show too. I've seen a few lionesses, not a whole lot, but see, they don't get the clips. They're not viral. You got to actually watch her show all the way through to see the few lionesses that come there to try, because where else they going? Because really, the day consists of go to work, go to a store or something like that. You might hang out. You might get you, you know what I'm saying? And then you coming back to the house. We got to stay in the house because outside is outside. Outside is outside. And there is no long, thank you, babe, business conferences because lionesses hunt. So we gonna go get some money. We gonna go get some money. We somewhere listening to how we gonna get some money. And that's my point, BK. If we require good women to be boisterous to be recognized, then that is our fault. And even with that being said, I'm not even really spinning it to like it's the men's fault for this, that, and the third. But the way we are now, this is why I'm saying winter is here and it's worse than we thought, the Lioness edition. We're religious, lion. Thank you again, baby. We're religious. A lot of lionesses are in the masjid and they are in the church. Don't let the church rhetoric fool you. Oh, ain't nothing but hoes in the church. That discredit. Just because it's hoes in the church don't mean lionesses don't go. Are there hoes in the church? Yes. But that doesn't mean that the lioness isn't going. It's some chicks throw on a hijab and they hoes too. But that don't mean that the lionesses ain't in the masjid. So don't let those quips, sway you. Oh, there ain't nothing but hoes in the church. It's lionesses in that church. And she's somewhere minding her business. Even if she's being friendly, she's not always skinning and grinning in everybody's face and all in everybody's mix. We just don't do it. And so in the house has become the safest space for a lioness because it's the last refuge we have. We don't really got no other spaces. Because we hear that when men say, ain't no lioness need to be here and there on these date naps or on these dating shows, or we hear that. So it's like, well, man, if I show up, I'm gonna be dismissed. Feminism and the break and it's specifically breaking the family unit. See, we have to understand the devastation that has been wrought due to the breaking of our nuclear families. Because there used to be a cat distribution system for lionesses. Used to be one. There used to be a cat distribution system for lionesses. It was called her dad and the men in her family. So she was not required to make this big spectacle and go all out of her way and out of her character to be noticed by husband material men. The men knew that if the hoes is outside, the good women are still in the house. We've always been in the house. It's just that you had a point of contact. You had a point of contact
for her. And it was her dad. Lionesses still have dads. The problem is that we don't know who's where and doing what. The family unit is not together more often than not. So you don't know, in like we used to when we was growing up, that's the such and such, that's the Johnson house over there. They got 4, 5 kids. It's 2 girls over there. They seem real quiet. We don't have that no more. We used to be able to have that. We used to be able to have that. Now you got lionesses born to these hyenas. They trying to get out of the house as soon as possible. So you got young lionesses, 17, 18, 19, just out in the world. And we still be in the house. We try to go find work because we got to eat. And then we go find a place to stay. And we trying to do that without laying up with some guy, getting pregnant all over the place, trying to keep some type of dignity and modesty about ourselves. We still want to have a little fun, but where we having the fun at? Where? Because the dating scene, I feel sorry for young lionesses because everything is a red flag now. Everything, because hoes done took it over. So everything a red flag. If you want to be taken somewhere and sit down nicely, that's a red flag. Now you can't even ask for a simple meal. Now I ain't talking about a steak dinner. You can't really ask for a simple meal now because the men are so apprehensive about being used for this and for that, that a lioness can't ask for what used to be something very simple in terms of a date. Lionesses be out here scared to ask for the coffee date. Because we don't want to be what? Labeled a user, a whore. We certainly don't want to do the home date because that's whore material too. So you invited a man to your house or you went to a man's house? First date, we can't do that. Because you show up at a man's house, he think it's go time. And it's a low-key safety issue either way, going to his house or you or him coming to yours if you don't know him well enough for that. So we still have to walk that line of womanhood too, with being available enough and showing enough interest to a man to let him know we're interested, but then not doing too much because we don't want him to think that we trying to have sex every 2 seconds and we just met him. But we also trying to be cool enough that we can have the conversations, but you don't want to be too thirsty because if you clingy, then that's what these chicks be doing. And it's just convoluted. It's convoluted. It's convoluted. Then we come to the internet. The internet is, quote unquote, the place that we can come to. Is not outside of our house. We can talk to people. But now you gotta, you don't know who to talk to because we're on the internet, so we don't know each other. But it's just about your best bet as a lioness to find places on the internet that aren't these toxic places and just try to, just talk normally. You don't have to be trying to do a date thing, but just talk. The reason I'm saying winter's here and it's worse than women think is because the lionesses are also getting caught in the storm, particularly the young lionesses. The older ones of us are likely married already. The other problem is not being able to really put yourself out there to be, mingle and talk to people and kind of, be able to be seen. Somebody got to see you in order to want you or like you. So we kind of walk in that line a little bit. You want to be seen, you want to mingle, you want to socialize, you want to talk. It's not a whole lot of women that are like-minded. The men are scared, downright. They're downright scared. And the other thing about it is that the job market is not the way it used to be. So a lioness's survival is also on the line. Because being just secluded in your house and going to work, sketchy finding a job now that's gonna pay you enough money so that you can seclude safely and not be worried about what you're gonna eat and whether or not you can pay your rent. It's not safe. It's not safe. Whore and whore culture and whore thinking has invaded every female space, places where we used to be able to be okay. Whores have made everything that women do a red flag. Whores and whore mentality, that transactional mentality, that trick hoe, pimp hoe, that has tainted every area. And so everything that a woman does is a red flag. We actually didn't, and that's why we outcast. We actually didn't, and that's why we're outcast. That's what makes us different, because we actually chose not to. We chose not to go with the flow. Because we understood those outcomes were bad. And it was just antithetical to who we were, things that we were taught. No more space for the lionesses. No more lioness distribution system. We have fathers For the most part, whether our fathers were with our mothers or not, we love our dads, and we pretty much be having good relationships with our dads. But we don't have that family cohesiveness anymore. So the men who are looking for wives don't know which man fathered who to go ask him, what about your daughter? Because we not in the club. We not in the club. We not in that club. We not in that club. Might catch us in a movie theater by ourselves or with one or two little girlfriends or something like that. You would catch us walking around, the malls and stuff. I want to show you something.
Women need men.
Do women need men? No, we don't need y'all.
I do. I need my man. Baby, I need my man.
Okay. Why don't you need men?
What do I need a man for? To do what?
Everything.
Okay, why do you need a man?
Because we was created to be soft and nurturing. We ain't created to be working hard. We need a man. I need a man. I need my man.
I mean, I got a man, but I don't feel like I need him. But I like him around.
More than
men
men.
need women more than we need them. Y'all can't do shit yourself.
Do women need men?
Do women need men? No, we don't need y'all.
I do. I need my man. Baby, I need my man.
Okay. Why don't you need men?
What do I need a man for? To do what?
Everything.
Okay, why do you need a man?
Because we was created to be soft and nurturing. We ain't created to be working hard. We need a man. I need a man. I need my man.
I mean, I got a man, but I don't feel like I need him. But I like him around.
More
than
than
men
men.
need women more than we need them. Y'all can't do shit yourself.
Do women need men?
Active check. You may not need your, I need mine. Hallelujah. Ibobolokosha. I need mine. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Need mine. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all talking that flim flam. Y'all tweaking. I need mine for everything. Just like she said, I need them for everything. I need them for everything. I need them for everything. What you talking about? What you talking about? Need them for what? I need them for everything. I need him to be a man. That's what I need. And not only do I need my man to be a man, I need him to be a man in my life. See, I'm going to go on a quick commercial break. And we'll be back. After these messages, we'll be right back. I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you're looking to keep your skin feeling smooth, smelling awesome, you need to go and get the best body butter on the market at ashkicking.com. If this is going to be the first order that you make, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. at checkout. Once again, the link is ashkicking.com and it is pinned to the top of the chat. Let me see. I got a couple of super chats. We'll see. Thank you, Keith. Says salute to the chat. Thank you, Real Books at the Wood movie. You got 20 at the party. I got hers. Thank you, Mogul, for your support. And thank you, HVAC. I knew a video like this was coming down. I'm drawing up a solution to this, and I'll drop it in a super chat later on. Here's the issue with what's going on and why I'm saying it's worse than we think. Thank you, Black. It said, thank you for everything you do. This broadcast should be syndicated worldwide on repeat 24/7, 365. I appreciate you. The first 20. Thank you so much. It's hard to fathom it, ain't it? They know everything but what to do. They know everything but how to be women and how to maneuver. The climate, the social climate, the cultural climate has devolved to such an extent that the lioness is getting crushed underneath it in a way that the lion does not. The reason that there's a difference is because the lions are men. And men are designed, I'm gonna take you to a throwback. Men are designed to create a culture. Okay? To create a culture. That is one of the things that men will do. And he can do this because he also opposes his environment. He will oppose it. If the environment becomes too toxic for him to survive and he cannot adapt, or the adaptation to the toxic environment means that he suffers too great of a loss, then he will then oppose the environment in order to create new culture. Women don't do this. We do not oppose our environments. We adapt to them as best we can. And then we pass on the culture that is given to us because we don't create it. Why is that important? It's important because the way that this has moved, lionesses could not have stemmed the tide. With all the speaking up, we couldn't have stopped it. We could not have stopped it from happening. We couldn't have stopped the onslaught of feminism and misandry, and we couldn't have stopped the families from falling apart, and we couldn't have done it. Lionesses, we're women. We're women. And we have the nature of women. And so we are not able to oppose the environment and then create a new culture behind it. The way that lionesses had to adapt to this was reject the ideology, but there was nowhere to go. Reject the misandry, but there's nowhere to go. Yes, we do want our men. Yes, we do need our men. Yes, we do want to get married. No, I do not want to be a baby mama. No, I do not want to be a slut. No, I do not want to be in a strip club. No, I do not. No, I do not. But then there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's no alternative way. So we live on the outskirts. We live on the edges. We're outcast. We're outcast from the women. Because as the infection of feminism spread like a zombie virus, it didn't take for us. So we're looking at a lot of zombies and we're like, y'all want me to go out there and do what? And do what? What we doing? Because I can't get rid of it. Can't get rid of it. So the way to adapt is to be in the house. Just stay secluded. We're outcast anyway. So stay secluded. Because the danger, the cost outweighs the benefit. The benefit is finding the husband. The cost is that you get infected. And then you don't find the husband anyway. The cost is that as soon as you start trying to be outside, you're going to fall into one of them pitfalls because it's too many. You're going to hit one of them landmines because it's too many of them. It's too many of them. The ground is littered with them. So you come outside, you blow it up. The landmine's not in the house. The landmine hopefully ain't at the job. The landmine ain't, in the produce section of Whole Foods. Gotta go to the laundromat. Gotta, take my car in for the oil change and things of that nature. So lionesses could not have stopped it. We couldn't have stopped it. We watched the women fall. And it was a sad thing. It was a sad thing. But we couldn't save them either. The women in our families, we couldn't save them either. We talked to them. We talked to them. You don't think we never talked to them? But you can't hold them accountable. They don't want to listen. They want to listen to what we had to say. Don't do this, you over here messing with this guy. This is not a good idea. Why are you over here doing that? Wait a minute. This your second pregnancy now. You still ain't got no man? Who is it? It's a different baby daddy? Oh. Every time we talk, we get the blowback. Every time we talk, we get ignored. It's not only the blowback, it's the ignoring. Not listening. And then when all the results are bad, then they want to look at us. Don't look at me. We told you what was what. You didn't want to listen. So what was we supposed to do? Just get you and make you? Can't make you. Because for every one lioness in her ear, there's another 10 hyenas telling her that what we talking about ain't the business. It ain't it. That ain't it. Now, I don't know what kind of power y'all think lionesses have over other women just because we women, but they listen to what they want to hear. And lionesses don't tell you what you want to hear all the time, because we're accustomed to being told things that we don't want to hear, because we will accept accountability and responsibility for mistakes that we make and for bad decisions that we make. And so we be trying to get other women to, the reason why you're spinning your wheels in this little toxic parking lot is because you won't, you know what I'm saying, you won't follow instructions. That's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with you. And you keep on coming back over here. You deal with this guy. You deal with the same kind of guy. You're not changing. You won't change the environment. You won't change nothing that you're doing. You won't even try to change your mindset or open your mind to nothing else. You won't even try to think about nothing else. So and you only think about something else when it hit the fan. I got one more video to show y'all.
Men need to stop taking women on dates. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. I wouldn't even buy her coffee.
Men need
I'm so done with this fraud.
taking women on
Get
dates.
your best friend and take her out of here.
You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff.
That's not done disillusion me, baby, all day.
What has that gotten you? Where are they? Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you need, hold on, I'm not done. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid ass. So stop taking her out on dates. Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. Men need.
The reason that I wanted to share that one was the key point in the middle where the other chick was like, yeah, disillusion me, babe. And she turned to her and she said, and where has that gotten you? Where has that gotten you? Nah, I mean, nowhere. Exactly. I just said they spin their wheels. They keep on doing the same thing. But you're in a cycle that you complain about, yet you change nothing. You keep doing the same thing that got you the same result. And somehow you think if you do it over here with this guy, same thing, that somehow this is going to change something. But you don't change anything. You don't even change the approach. The other woman is saying, change the approach. Change the approach. Change the approach. All this spending money and going places, and you have not even had a decent conversation with the person to determine whether or not you want to go out on a date with them. Because you might get on the phone and that tell you everything you need to know. Oh, baby, I ain't going out in public with you. You was acting a fool on the phone. We not doing this. You talk crazy on the phone. I don't like your personality on the phone. We definitely not going nowhere. So when you coming, when we going somewhere, you know what? I'll call you back. You ever seen somebody that you was attracted to? And then as soon as they open their mouth, You like, no. Get somebody else to do it. I ain't know you was crazy. You crazy. Let me get to these last super chats and then I'm out of here. Thank you. HVAC said 1, learn to vet. Example, if he shows you no commitment, he gets no buns. 2, we good guys are out here. It's hard. I get it. And we know that the good men are there too. They minding their business too. Thank you again. Said 3, make your voice heard despite the negativity. 4, it's controversial. Shoot your shot. These vanilla women are making bank on this one. Ladies, is now or never. Lastly, if you get offended by this, you got work to do. At this point, stay in seclusion, suffer, or stand out no matter what. I don't care about hyenas at this point. Now, I will say this. Shooting your shot, lionesses, you have to shoot your shot. You're going to have to talk. 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 If you see a man and you think it might be something that you can, just say hi. Just, you got to get over the fear of being rejected. Because don't nothing beat a failure but a try. Don't nothing beat a failure but a try. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. I appreciate you. Don't nothing beat a failure but a try. Shoot your shot. Exactly. Simone Biles shot her shot. Because she don't do nothing but flip and mind her business. That man would have never talked to her. Her husband now would never have talked to her if she didn't talk to him. All your shots not going to land. That's okay. Everybody's shots don't land. Everybody has to deal with it. Lionesses are built for hunting, and sometimes we don't get no food out that hunt. But the next hunt coming up. So you got to talk to the guys. Some of you might be shy. Those of you who are not shy and not, real, if you bubbly and you really kind of talkative and stuff, do it. Use that. Use that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. Speak and, do the little, how we do. They'll look. Sometimes men be a little, they don't know when you coming on to them and stuff like that. But just kind of talk. A little small talk at the store, a little small talk at the gym. If the guy you like want to help you with the weights, let him help you with the weights. It doesn't matter if you can pick them up. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you can pick up the weight. That's not the point. HVAC says, shoot your shot, baby. If you a young lioness, I suggest trying to get his email or something to talk to him. Nothing beat a failure but a try. You don't know whether you like him or not till you talk to him. And you don't know whether he'll like you or not until you talk to him. He said, y'all gonna have to stop being scared. This is true. It's plenty of good guys. I'm one of them. If y'all met me, you'd be amazed. Talk. Because sometimes we get like, oh, he's handsome, or, oh, that guy, he might not like me or whatever. Girl, talk. Let me just talk. Let me just talk. You got to talk. Thank you, Miss Mia. Closed mouth don't get fed. Got to do it. All right. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.